A short while ago, I gave you the Elementor flight deck, and this gives you access to an interface which gives you loads of tools and features and things you never had before, and the latest version 1.2 now goes a stage further. So let me just go over what you had before, and then I'm going to talk about the new features that you can get for free. This is activated by a code snippet, and it works with Elementor while you're editing. Let me remind you of what you already had, and these have not been removed. They're still here. You can audit your page. Maybe you're missing a header, a footer, duplicate header, duplicate main. Maybe a color contrast, you want to understand a bit more about where you can make improvements. Maybe you're missing ARIA labels. There's a tons of stuff this audit covers for you. And if you want to understand a bit more about what's the point of them, you can go to the info tab and find out. We've got the zoom functionality, which is one of my favorites ones, whereby you can continue editing, but you can zoom in. So you see more than 100 VH. You have a slider, or you got some preset settings there as well. Another one of my favorite ones is if you go and hit CSS, it takes you straight to the Elementor site settings. Another one that I know went down really well was the grid. So I've got a grid now, which is 10 VW by 10 VH. I can change this to be 1 VW if I want, which is a bit ridiculous. Or I could do 100 px by 100 px. So those squares are now 100 px. So if you're trying to align things, this can really help you out. And if you don't like the color, because maybe you've got a dark screen, you can go and change it to any color you want. Let's just get rid of that. By the way, if you do click the suitcase or the icon over there, the toolbox, you can move this around to anywhere you want on your page, literally. And every time you load up your page, it's always going to be there. And you only see this when you're editing with Elementor, by the way. You don't see this on preview or the live pages. Over here, we've got the viewport width and height. So when you start messing around, so let me now go over here. Look down here, it says 768. If I expand it, it's now 888. And you can do the same with the height as well. You can see that's now shrunk. And by the way, if you click this, it actually swaps it around. So portrait landscape, which can be really useful when you go to the mobile view. So landscape, portrait. But when you're on the mobile view, you also get access to these custom devices. And inside the code snippet, you can add more or tinker with the width and height pixels of what these are. So if I want to now go, well, what does my website look like on an iPhone 17? I can do. At any time, just hit reset and it resets everything. You got the ruler, which again, I'm just going to do this on the desktop because it looks a little bit easier. You can go and set some rulers and look, you can put them anywhere you want, basically. If you want to remove them, just hover over them and you can rejig them, or double click it and it will remove it. And you do get a tooltip at the bottom. Spacing, if you click on item 1 and item 2, you're going to get some details. You can do this vertically or horizontally, again, helping you out with alignment. Again, just hit reset if you want to remove or uncheck something, for instance, as well. Z indexing. Now, if you've gone and set some Z indexing on some particular items, and by the way, this is a new one I've gone and added in. So if you've now got like Z index 500 and Z index 900, and you want to understand that, you click that and it will now show you the Z index of items. Now, if anything has not been set, it won't show you a value. Otherwise, you get the word auto everywhere, which I did not like. Tags. What are your tags on screen? I mean, I've only got 2 H2 headings, but if you had H3, H4, H1, it's going to really quickly show you. Sizes, I've just got standard sizes. Even if you've got a clamp formula, when you move between your devices, it will show you what is the size at this precise moment, what is your family. So I've got Arial here, but over here, I'm just using the default system browser. I haven't gone and set a font. So if you want to understand a little bit more about your sizes and your tags and your font families, really quickly, without you having to go and click each individual one, and go into typography, that's the really important point I want to make here. This is making it so much more efficient for you. Now we're moving on to lots of the new stuff now. The Z index was a new one. V4 classes. Click that straight away, takes you to V4 classes. I know you're going to say, but I could have just done that by going to the design system. Yes, you can, but then you go classes and then variables. So count the number of clicks you're going through there, because I could be here and just click that. And I'm now straight over to variables. I could also, if I want, just go and click V3 colors. And look, I've now gone straight over to global colors. E, site settings, global colors. Just like I could do V3 fonts. And I'm back over there. I just want to prove to you, this is all working. And I could, if I want, just go and jump over to V4 variables. But my really favorite ones are down here. I'm just going to duplicate this. You can see the publish in the top right. Watch what happens when I hit save. You can see what it's doing. It's gone and saved and published. What about if I hit regen? This is now going to regenerate the CSS of the page. I don't have to go back into WordPress or have another tab and go Elementor Tools, regenerate CSS. What if I want to purge? Look at that. Do you want to purge? Yeah, I'm going to purge. It's purged it. But here's a really neat one. A lot of people get server error 500, and it's because they haven't cleared out the revisions on their pages. It's a really common issue. And I always say to them, just go in and add in WP sweep and just clear it out. Or go and set your revisions not to go higher than 3. Over here now, look at that revisions, okay? I'm going to click it, and it's going to say, do you want to clear the revisions? Obviously, yeah, you clear it. Look, 12 deleted. I only opened this about 10 minutes ago, and I might have moved around and saved here and there. There's 12 revisions that I've already clogged up. There have been times when I've been on a page for like an hour, and there's like 120 revisions because I might have hit save and moved things around. That clears out the revisions. Now, it doesn't do it across the whole site, but if you're working on a page and you just want to clear it out for this page, maybe you're in a header, a footer, or whatever, a template, anything like that, you go and click that, it's now cleared it out. And if you want to quickly reload the page, I know there are so many ways you can do it, keyboard or mouse, but you can just click that and it's going to reload the page for you. Like that. So I've got my save, my regen, my purge, my revisions. And yeah, when you do the regen, it might go like that, but that's because it's regenerating the CSS as it would do normally. You've now got all of that within the toolbar, version 1.2, that you can access for free. So how do you get it? You go and click the link in the video description and you download the file. Then you unzip the file and you will have a JSON in there. Then using the free code snippets plugin. Now, if you're using a different snippets plugin, then you got to make sure you might need to refine it a little bit to work for you. I've built this for the code snippets plugin. What you then want to do is go to import and drag the JSON in after you've unzipped it. Just double click it and zips. You drag it in here. When you've dragged it in, it will then say, do you want to import it? You say yes. Then you go over to your snippet and it won't be activated yet. You want to go in, give it a title, and then save and activate. And that, my friends, is all you need to do to have this FlightDeck available for you now. It's like a toolbox. It's got your zoom. You don't have to use the audit. You don't have to use the grid. You use what you want to use. But I do think that if you now want to speed up jumping around and building and understanding your page and your structure, or you're missing an ARIA label, is a color contrast okay? This is going to speed things up for you. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. And please do share. There's a link at the bottom of the video called share. Go and share this out to all your friends and family and everyone you have never heard of or never seen before in your life. Take care. See you soon. Bye.